this bad rating is due to bad design. In reviews, we study three things: the colors, sellers of our tribe, reviews dependency. Almost 30% of market revenue is captured by only one seller. Here is huge revenue dominancy. In parametric relations, we study relations among many parameters. It is very important to see the price history. If a seller has BSR history of less than 500, then it is a red flag. Avoid this product. Usually in such cases, that product is revenue dominant. Assalamualaikum. In Amazon private label business, product research can cause irreversible damage. You can avoid that damage if you get the complete picture of your product. If you know the ups and downs of your product, then it would be easy to launch that product. In this new series, we will discuss a lot of parameters to evaluate product for Amazon private label launch. So if you want to be a product research pro, watch complete playlist. I will give the link in the description. In previous video, we learned the process to make this sheet in just one click. Today we will try to understand how to read it, how to interpret it. The second row shows the essence of your top selected competitors for easy data updation, data validation and reversation. Third row contains links to the competitors' listings to have a quick deeper look at title, bullets, images and to get latest data of rank, BSR, reviews, etc. Sixth row contains main images of all listings. It helps in design selection of product when you see it with other parameters. It helps in design selection of product when you see it with other parameters. For example, here seller 5, seller 6 and seller 9 have bad ratings, especially seller 9. His rating is 4.2. What could be the reason? Pause the video and think about it. Here we observe its main image shows a totally different design. So if for a while we ignore other parameters, we set an assumption that this bad rating is due to bad design. We should not go for this design if we are going to launch the product, right? Our assumption becomes more strong when we see the price. His current price is $10.95, that is below average price. We see his 180-day average, again it is below average. He is selling it in cheaper price. Still he has bad ratings. So it not only strengthens our assumption, rather here is another finding. And the finding is people are willing to pay a higher price for a better design. The product is not price conscious. In some cases a price war starts, cheaper one is the best, but here that is not the case. So you can sell at a higher price if you come with a better design. Next, there is title. We will study it with keywords and ranking. In reviews, we study three things: the colors, sellers of our tribe, reviews dependency. Colors simply show us the gap in top sellers to study them with other parameters. Sellers of our tribe. Sellers with 200, 400 or less than 1000 reviews are usually of our tribe. When we newly launch a product, we have less reviews, so we see either the persons with less reviews like 200, 400, 1000 are earning more than our target revenue or not. Here is just an overview of this parameter. For details, we go to sheet E2 and here you can see revenue, review and ratings from different angles. Like here, almost 30% of market revenue is captured by only one seller. Here is huge revenue dominancy. We usually avoid such products unless we find some other gap. We can ignore this 30% of revenue if there is even distribution of revenue after that, but here is no even distribution after that as well. That is another negative point of this product. Similarly, there are many findings in reviews and ratings. It is important to see the average ratings. There are some products, no matter how much best quality they have, they attract negative reviews, they attract negative ratings. We need to avoid such products, or we study the reason of bad ratings in details to study either we can counter the issue and improve our ratings or not. This whole area helps in that. In parametric relations, we study relations among many parameters, especially revenue dependency on reviews. Back to our main sheet. Let's have a scenario. You saw the current price, calculated your profit margins, and did sourcing accordingly. After some days, you noticed your competitor has reduced the price. Now you want to compete, but you can't due to costly sourcing. And believe me, many of my clients have this issue. They are selling a new listing in high price. They want sales. They want to reduce a cost, but everything fails because they can't reduce the price due to bad sourcing. Now let's see where was the problem. When he saw the price, while product research, his competitor was about to go out of stock. So he increased the price to reduce sales and to avoid that out of stock issue. When his inventory arrived, he reduced the price again. So it is very important to see the price history, the maximum price, the minimum price, 180-day average, 90-day average price. So it is very important to see all these things. Similarly, sometimes people find a good product, a good design, they calculate its margin, get quotation from supplier and reject it based on competitor current low price. They reject the product because they are unable to source that product, they are unable to achieve targeted margins in that price. So it is very important to see the price and its history. There are many findings here as well. Good BSR range vary from category to category, but if a seller has BSR history of less than 500, then it is a red flag. Avoid this product. Usually in such cases, that product is revenue dominant. Like here in current example of garlic press, seller 7 has such BSR history. You can see its captured keywords, captured search volume and PPC competitiveness. He is on top on everything in revenue over volume. He is prominent in captured keywords, captured sponsored keywords, in search volume, in revenue. So it is very important to consider this thing. Let's see its details from X-ray sheet. This bar chart shows the revenue. Not even a single person is even generating half of its revenue. Yes, there are some sellers that are earning almost 30 to 35% of this revenue. 3, 4, 5, 6 or 7 persons, and all other sellers are earning nothing with comparison of this brand. Avoid such product if no other potential gap is present. BSR, another scenario. BSR of your product is becoming worse with time. You have tried aggressive PPC, listing optimization, but the problem is still there. In this scenario, check BSR history of competitors. If more than 50% competitors are facing the same issue, then there is no issue in your efforts. Rather, it is an issue of product demand and seasonality. You can validate it with search volume graph of your main 5 keywords, but if BSR problem is with only 2-3 competitors, then it is not a market demand issue. It is the problem of your listing or your PPC. So it is very important to consider BSR history. If BSR history of almost all sellers are bad and BSR is becoming worse and worse day by day, so it is the problem in the category, it is the problem in the product demand.